Hello and welcome to Tabletop 24. Thanks for joining us. I'm down at Manascrew again for our very limited edition Tales of Aria Flesh and Blood draft. We have 10 players in for the draft, and we're hoping to get some pack one pick ones from them and 3 rounds of Swiss with some gameplay going on. Now obviously these games will be for new cards for the players as it is release weekend. So we do ask obviously to bear with us maybe some rulings or some slower plays where people are getting used to the cards. Hope you enjoy the content and we'll catch you soon.
Alright. We'll go with my pack one, pick one.
Sorry, man. Excuse me.
Let's see. We got Lion, Ice, Elemental, Blade, Ranger. Some few rares. Ooh, and a nice foil majestic. We got the equipment, we got a token, and we got some more class cards. Runeblade, Guardian, Ranger, Runeblade. Alright. So, another quick look through here. We got Runeblade, coins. 3. We're only missing. No, we got a bunch of arrows as well. This is just an elemental action. This is Guardian, Ranger, Guardian, Guardian, and the Ranger. Pretty good spread here. We've got 4 generics, 3 of each class, and a majestic, which I think it can be anything. We got 1 equipment as well. Now, we got a nice majestic. It's foil. It's really good. It's a pretty easy choice to pick that up, but let's talk about a couple of other contenders. Fine Lightning is pretty good. Gains go again fairly easily. It's 0 cost. Red version is better. Blue version's also better sometimes, but yellow's fine. It's in between. The other consideration is Red Autumn's Touch, very powerful card, 3 defense. It's Earth action as well, so it goes in multiple decks. So the elemental cards are slightly more viable as a first pick than the actual class cards, because you don't know what class is going to be open in the draft, unless it's a really bonkers class card, which we don't see any here. We see some nice red arrows. It's a nice defense reaction in Guardian. Runeblade is actually the most disappointing because we've got yellow, and a blue. Although the blue Singeing Steel Blade is super playable, so we're mostly playing it for the 1 arcane damage. Other than that, the elemental cards are nothing to write home about. This goes fine in a Guardian deck because it pitches for 3, and it's an ice action. Again, Autumn's Touch is probably the most valuable elemental card here. And obviously, we're just taking the nice blink. It's lightning, so it goes in a couple of different decks. It goes in Briar or God forbid Lexi. But yeah, it's blue pitch, 0 cost. Gives you an extra action point to do whatever you like with. It's majestic, so that'll be my pack one.
There's my pack. Is that in the camera?
Yeah, that's all good.
That's all good. Okay, so I'm thinking that rather than a class card, I'll go for something elemental first. I quite like that's an Earth, Lightning, Elemental. This can go. That's an Ice. I think my pack one, pick one from this is probably going to be the Frostfang. Yeah, it's ice. So being ice, it can go into Oldhim or Lexi.
Oh, sorry, no. I say.
Okay, so first draft of Tales of Aria. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got.
Tap 7, Hour of Eternity.
Elemental action, ice action.
Rares. Foil. Equipment. Pump. There are class cards. Got another Guardian one here. Another Ranger one. Maybe it's slightly more central, sorry. Another Rune Blade. Lexi as our token. So judging by this, I'm not inclined to be taking either of the rares because I'm probably going to try and leave myself open. I am probably looking towards potentially Thump, be a very strong card. Buzzbot is also another quite strong card, but I probably want more of a red one rather than a blue one. So based on that, I'm actually probably going to look more towards something like an Ice Encounter, Ice Action, and provide other cards that I might see from here. There is also the Coat of Frost, but again, this could narrow me down to an Ice. I think between this and the Coat of Frost, just to get something I'm definitely going to use for the rest of the draft, I'm probably leaning towards one of these two cards. I think I'm probably going to take maybe a Coat of Frost, and then see if I can go into an Oldhim or go into Lexi and see what I can do with these. So I'm going to pick Coat of Frost.
Alright, so this is the token that goes elsewhere. So what have we got? We've got Entwine Earth, Inscribe, Shock Shelter, Entwine, Mulch, Evergreen, Snapshot, Frostfang. Really, that looks shiny. Equipment. Right. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm immediately thinking this looks nice. I know people have been talking about cold foils. I have no idea what they look like. But that looks nice. I like that. Is there anything else that is of use? If I go for ice already, then I've got the potential of going into either Oldhim or Lexi. And Frostfang hits a hero, they discard a card unless they pay this. I quite like that as an ability, and it looks nice, so I will take Frostfang.
So we have a Shock Striker, an Icy Encounter, Rejuvenate, a Break Ground, a Sow Tomorrow, a Cold Wave, Rifle Lightning, Chill to the Bone, Runaways, Emerging Avalanche, Frazzle, Bramble Spark, Strength of Sequoia, Flake Out, and Killer Flash. Now instantly I'm looking at the generic equipment because it's really easy to put into decks and it's really sought after. I'm also looking at things like the elementals that aren't really put to a class because they can go into any other decks. I think early on I'm probably just going to take the boots because actually I think something like Rifle Lightning is pretty good because it puts me into lightning, which gives me 2 classes that I can go for. But I don't want to go into anything that's too narrow. Like I could take Rifle Lightning, or I could take Cold Wave. I think Lightning is slightly stronger, and the decks that run it can be a bit more explosive and a bit less build aroundy. So I think I'm going to take that back.
So Red Break Ground, Invigorate, Lightning Surge, Chill to the Bone, Inspire Lightning, Frostfang, Channel Lake Frigid, Biting Gale, Sutcliffe Suede Hides, Mulch, Blizzard Bolt, Singeing Steel, Glacial Footsteps, Dazzling Crescendo, Arcanic Shockwave, and a token. Well, it's easy. To be fair, let's just put these out. I am going to go for Channel Lake Frigid, and hopefully try and get more ice cards. Hopefully try and get as much value out of this card as possible. Okie dokie, so my pick is Channel Lake Frigid.
All right. So this is my pack. So that's my token. So looking at these, this is a really good card, but it's a red. So you want to go for an elemental card first, because elemental gives you two options effectively. So you want to look for a strong elemental. Frostfang is looking quite likely at the moment due to it being a blue ice attack. Gives me more flexibility in my choices. The other option here that I'm looking at potentially be Glacial, just because of the raw damage that comes out with it. It comes out for 9 damage. But I think I'm going to go for the Frostfang because the Frostfang gives me the most options between Guardian and Ranger. Yep.
Rainblade, Ranger. Yes. Elemental Ranger. Equipment. Ranger. Rainblade. Guardian. Ranger. Rainblade. Guardian. Token.
I think I'll go for. So here I'm looking for what I can pick, and got a couple of lightning, a couple of earth. So attack action card. The Sanguines go again. Potentially, but that means I'd have to stick with Runeblade. Yeah, I think weirdly. Breakout is the ice one, right? Yeah. Okay, so my choices here, interestingly, only seeing. Very weird choice, but it's actually a really tough pack one, pick one. Yeah, I'm going to go Snow Under. The reason being is this is likely to come back to me, and which means we can play Guardian. It's a bit of a risky pack one, pick one, but yeah, I think that's the choice. We'll go for Snow Under.
Let's see what we have here. I think we already know what we will pick. And a token. So let's see. Well, red. Just because it's red, I might consider taking it. It's really good. But in draft, I think deep blue will be good. I'm really happy that I found deep blue in this pack because it was the only one equipment which I wanted to take. You can see that there is in this pack there is a bunch of, well, let's see, like ice fusion 1, 2, 3 light ice fusion, some ice. This one is well good because it's red. Well, first pack, we will for sure go with equipment. So this will be my pick.
Hi there. So I'm hoping for some good cards in this. This will be my third ever draft and a set I'm not too sure about. So we're going to see about this. Okay, so we'll pop up the commons. Nice majestic there. Oh, our token. So what have we got? So, right, let's stack our pipes. So, I'm going to pop our elementals in with their classes as well, so we can see what we've got. Some nice equipment there, but it is ice, so that would lock us down to Lexi. Obviously, the ice earth defense reaction again would lock us in. Yeah, it's quite a nice defense reaction. It'll be big against some of those big swinging turns. So what have we got? Got quite a bit of Rimblade here. Nothing really standing out to me too much, must admit. So it's going to be interesting. No, it's probably not necessarily the best way of doing it, but I might take the Winter's Bite. Quite a nice common, and they're going to have to discard cards unless they pay, which is going to be quite costly for them. So I'm quite leaning towards this. So Electrify again is quite a nice card, getting a bit of draw off of it. Pop it in the arsenal, which is quite nice. I think whoever's going to get what's left of this pack is going to be in for something that's going to be quite tasty. So on our Ranger, got 2 arrows. Breakout was fused, it goes Dominate, so 5 Dominate now, that's going to be coming for some lethal. Buzzbolt fused, whenever an attack hits, deal 1 damage. Quite nice. Trump being our, oh, maybe that is our foil of the pack. It is 4, so I mean you're going for the realm of Bravo for that, obviously because we're enclosed it'd be for Oldhim. So I think normally I would take equipment, but I think the ice equipment might lock me in a little bit. I'm going to play a defensive game and I'm going to take the Pulse, which may be just looking at the Majestic to take, but we shall find that interesting out there. And pop them in. I'm going to give them a bit of a shuffle for the next person, just so they don't know my thought process. Possibly a bit cheeky there, so I'll take that back. Thank you.
So here we have Ben with the reaction towards the drafting we've done the 3 packs now, and we're going to take a little look after that initial, this is what my first pick is. And, well, I suppose, well, let's leave it over to Ben to do some chatting about what he's been picking.
Hello. For my first pick on the video before, I ended up starting with Coat of Frost, mostly to leave me open to a particular archetype. I quite like the ice cards in this set, so I was looking forward to maybe drafting either a Lexi or Oldhim. Again, I didn't have my heart set on it, but using this, it was quite a nice boundary to go to. I ended up going into Oldhim and getting almost a complete set of equipment, which is something that I was trying to aim for. Because the way the draft went was actually Briar was very open, but picking ice as my first cards and first couple of cards kind of put me into being the exact opposite of what Briar wanted. So some people pivoted from Oldhim or from Lexi into Briar towards the later ends of the draft, but regarding that, it mostly was quite open for Runeblade. So my first couple of picks were cards such as Icy Encounter in red, or Frostfangs, mostly sticking to ice to make sure I can hit stuff like Emerging Avalanches in red. And I was basically setting up for a very early something like Thump, because I saw Crackerjacks quite early, in order to get those big kind of explosive turns. And then the setup cards came a little bit later. I've got a rare such as Biting Gale. Let's move these across. Such as Biting Gale, which is quite a good defense action. You can mess with your opponent's turn by making them discard. I ended up picking a few more Icy Encounters in reds, Strength Sequoias, and stuff like Earth cards towards the later end of the draft. Main part of the draft was kind of picking up the Earth cards later because I would already committed to ice, and I was quite fortunate to be paid off with 2 copies of Glacial Footsteps in red, which is probably the best common for Oldhim. Definitely a strong card to hit. 10 with Dominate, and I can reliably fuse it. It's probably what I'm looking for in a draft card. Apart from that, I've got some Earth cards to buff those attacks, and even more like cards that will punish my opponent for not discarding or having Frostbite tokens. So I think my draft went okay. If I had known that Briar would be as open as it was, I probably would have gone to Briar because I know it's strong, but I think everybody had a little bit of fear of going into Briar early and then being cut by other players. I was quite fortunate that I had a Lexi player and another Lexi player, both either side of me. One pivoted into Briar and one remained in Lexi. So I was quite fortunate to kind of get the cards that I needed. But that's my deck tech, and I'm hopeful for round 1.
And thank you very much, Ben, for taking part with that little insight as to what your deck was. We're now going to be moving on to round 1 of the event of 3 rounds today with the Tales of Aria draft. So hopefully you can catch out some more of the material here on Tabletop 24, where we'll be playing some games of FAB. Thank you for listening.
Right, gents, you are now on.
Okay.
Awesome.
Press time when you're ready, and you got your help.
Do you want to check the mic volume?
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay. Cool. So, do you know how the thing works of sideboarding and stuff?
Yeah, at the start of the game, you decide your deck and you present your deck.
Well, you show heroes, and then you can side if you want.
Yeah.
Actually, you show heroes, you roll the dice,
and then you decide, yeah.
That's actually really, I didn't know that until like last Sunday.
So you decide who goes fast, and then you can, yeah.
Yeah, because if you know you're not going first, then you can take out like stuff like amulets and stuff that can't defend.
Yeah. I don't think that's that relevant, is it? For me, but maybe.
I'm just giving it a good shuffle because I had everything in which order.
Yeah, but I've already shuffled it a lot, but
Yeah.
you can never shuffle too much.
Alright, this will be the last. Install. This will be interesting. The Briar was super open for me, but I feel like I may have drafted too much Go again, but not enough Dax. I have a lot of Go again. Like a lot.
Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go because
Have you played Lexi before?
yes, but only in constructed.
That's okay. Well,
So-
at the very least, you're familiar with the.
I drafted basically the deck that I knew how to
Makes sense. Yeah.
I knew how to play.
Especially in this game, that's actually super relevant, right?
Yeah. Like the only thing is I play DD Lexi usually constructed, so Death Dealer, so
Oh,
it's a
missing
bit
arms.
a bit
That's what I'm
different.
missing. Arms are there in this.
Oh, we got 3. There are crooked decks.
Oh, this is arms. What's
Yeah, you're
the-
missing a chest. Chests are kind of rare, right?
No,
What's
I've
that?
seen them.
What's the generic
But
chest?
they were the ice ones. I can't wear ice anyway. The
Oh,
frost and the
okay.
deep blue. Deep blue is pack one, pick one always if you see it. I didn't see one.
Do you want to cut my deck?
Oh, there you go. You cut mine as well?
Yeah, I've already cut.
Alright, so we roll.
Odds or evens.
No, let's
Oh.
roll highest.
Highest, okay. D6.
2d6.
2d6.
You
Okay.
got 2d6?
No, I don't.
Let's just roll these.
well.
I rolled 10.
10.
7. Okay,
7.
I'll go first.
Cool.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Okay. So, let's see here. Do this, fuse, do this, do this, fuse. Yep. I'll play Brahma Spark Blue,
Sure.
showing a Weaver to fuse it with.
Cool.
So next attack it does 1 arcane and gets +1.
Okay.
And I'll play Ball Lightning.
Okay.
Go again.
Go again, so
It comes in for 2, 3,
3
deals
plus
1
1
arcane
arcane.
immediately.
So I haven't got any arcane
okay.
area. So I'm to 19. Cool. 3
That gives me
though.
1 embodiment. I'm gonna track these with the dice on it, yeah?
Yep. I'm gonna block with I'll take 1.
Yep. You take 2 because they deal
2.
1 extra.
Oh, yeah, because there's 1 extra, yeah. Cool, yeah.
1, 2.
Yep.
Turn 17. So I think I get another 2. It deals that much damage plus 1. It deals another damage.
Yeah. So
Do I get 2 instances of
this combat chain. It's on the combat chain.
no. So it deals 1 damage, right?
Yeah, so it deals another 2, yeah. So I go to 15.
It deals 1, and then it deals another 1. So what I'm saying is, are those 2 separate instances of damage? Because that means I get 2 embodiment tokens.
Yes. There are 2 separate instances
So
of
that's
damage.
3 total then.
Yep, cool.
And I'll go again on it.
Yep.
And then I'll hit your blue lightning press. To attack with Rosetta Thorn for 2 arcane.
2 arcanes. If I get all 2 arcane. So 15.
2. And then, it's coming in for 2.
Okay. I'll block with lightning surge.
Okay, so that's it.
I have an instant to play.
Okay.
I'm going to use Shiver, pitching Ball Lightning to put Frazzle into my
What does that do?
Arsenal. It's a arrow. It has lightning fusion, and if it was fused, whenever an attack would deal damage this turn, instead it deals damage +1. It attacks for 4, and it's yellow.
It's lightning fusion.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's that one in
it gets
Arsenal and
yeah.
in turn? The thorn goes back. That goes there. Pitch this.
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna get rid of your attacks and defenses. Even.
Yep. Sorry about.
All right.
Oh. Let's just. So I'm gonna activate Hunting Hood.
What does that do?
Destroy it.
You want to put it up here?
Yeah. Destroy it. To return a card from my arsenal to my hand.
Okay.
And then I can put a card from my hand into my arsenal
Face down into your arsenal. Nice.
Yep. Cool. So I'm gonna
Flip that
put
face over.
this face down. Activate Lexi. Turn it face up.
Lightning. So your
Lightning
next
strike
attack
go again.
Yep.
I'm gonna play it from Arsenal. If it's played from Arsenal, the games go again. So I've got 2 instances of go again.
They don't stack.
No.
No, they do not stack.
Okay, cool.
They 100% don't stack. So you can double check, but the go again does not stack.
If there's 2 instances of go again in the card, do I get 2 action points from it? If there's 2 instances of go again from a card on a card, do I get 2 action points from it?
The way that's worded, right? There's cards that actually give you action points.
So
If we're asking a question here, then tell me exactly
So-
what your circumstances
So
are.
I've flipped over with Lexi, so
Yep.
it gains go again.
Yep.
And then when I play it from Arsenal, it gains go again.
Let's go again twice. So
Yep.
what he's saying is, do
Do
I have
I
2 separate instances?
Of go again, if I were to play it.
Which that's not how it works. So the reason that's not how it works is because it says go again. So go again as a keyword means that it replenishes your action point after you attack. Now because you have 2 instances, they don't stack. They just replenish your action point. There's cards that specifically say you gain an action point. So if you had a card that says there's some equipment that gives you 2 action points, for example,
Okay,
that's actually 2 action points. But because this is the keyword that says go again, instead of you gain 2 action points. Like if this says gain an action
I'm
point
used-
and that said gain an action point, you would have an extra
I'm
action.
I'm used to boost where it's like you go again due to boost and then you go again due to like high octane or whatever.
Yeah.
So my bad. My bad.
It's like, I suppose the closest thing I can think of with magic is probably the lightning.
Lightning again.
Where
Yeah.
you only get 1
Cool.
instance of lightning if they don't.
Right.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, thank you. In that case, I guess I'll still play it.
Yeah, you still attack, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just 3 total. I'll block the 3.
Yep. Cool. It's an instance, so the combat chain is not chain break. That. Pitch. Buzzbolt. 2. Let's play. Buzzbolt for 1.
Okay.
Um,
So you activate this ability, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
It
You-
gains dominate.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. And what does it do when it hits?
When it hits, if it was fused.
It
No, no,
wasn't
when
fused.
it deals 1 damage to them.
But
to
it's,
the hero.
it's just coming in
It's
with
coming in
5
with 5.
dominate.
5 dominate, yeah.
No, they are a big start. Sure.
Taking 2 seconds here.
Yep.
Attack with this. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you do it this way, that's get to. Yeah, I think I'll just go along. 5 total?
Yeah. We're dominating, yeah.
I think we'll take the 5.
Cool.
1, 2. 4.
Cool. And then, yeah, end the combat chain.
Okay. The embodiment tokens go.
Oh.
Go away.
Put that into my arsenal. And then, yeah, end the turn.
Okay.
Draw back to intellect.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I'll play a Weave Earth from Arsenal. Next Earth or Elemental attack action gains +3. If it's fused, it gains +4.
Cool.
I'll play a Rites of Replenishment, no fuse.
Okay.
It hits for 6. And I'm pitching a Hinging Steel Blade. Got 1 resource floating.
Cool.
It's coming in for 9. And I haven't dealt arcane damage and I haven't fused it, so no effects. Just coming in for 9.
Okay. One card in hand, no cards
1
in
card in
arsenal.
hand, 1 resource, no arsenal.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna block with. Does that have any on-hit effect?
No, no effects.
Okay, no effects. So it's just straight damage. Okay.
Straight up 9 damage. I mean, I think the damage is already worth it. Honest, but...
Double block for 6. Take 3.
Okay. You take 3.
Yep.
As an attack reaction. I'll pop Suckless Reed Hide using my last resource.
Cool.
You've gone down to 12. I
Yep.
get 1 embodiment token.
Yep.
And it's a spot.
Cool. What does it do? Let me...
Oh, it gives my next attack or the attack action go again.
Okay, so it gains.
But only if I played a non-attack action.
Cool.
card.
So, yeah. So it gains go again, so you get the
Yes.
action point. Cool. Attack.
Close it. Oh, well, actually, it doesn't close.
It doesn't close
Right.
because that's
Right.
instant. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna attack anyway with this.
Yeah.
Pitching a Heaven's Claws. 1 resource floating.
Shall I take 2?
You take 2 and then 2 again if you don't block.
Oh, actually.
So 2 arcane. 1, 2. And then you take 2 more if you don't block.
Oh, so yeah. Arcane fast, and then yeah. Let's go with that. Oh, yeah. What?
Okay.
Yep.
It's fully blocked, so you go down to 10.
Yep.
You already
Cool.
yeah,
Right on.
took the damage. Then I pass turn.
Okay.
With 1 embodiment token up.
Right. Guess I'll just play that for 0. Just straight for 4.
Any on-hit effects?
No, it's not fused, so
You haven't fused it?
nope.
Okay.
Haven't drawn any lightning cards yet, so actually I think I did in the first hand, but
Pretty good. 0 for 4.
yeah.
Let's see here. No blocks.
Oh,
Take
sorry,
the 4. Go down to 11.
yeah. Yeah, and time.
My embodiment tokens have been fairly useless so far.
Wow, okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let me just double check what goes there. Okay. You're on 10, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna play Earth Law Surge
Yeah. I guess that's
by
yeah.
pitching a Autumn's Touch.
Yep.
Got 2 resources floating.
Oh.
No, 1 resource floating. Sorry.
Yeah, so 3 minus 2.
It's +4 for my next attack action.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop Crackerjacks to give my next attack action card +1. So that's +5 total.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play Sting of Sorcery. What this does is it has go again, and it says attack action cards you control. Gain when you attack with this, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero.
Okay.
And at the beginning of the end phase, destroy it. Also 0. So I've still got
Cool.
the 1 floating. That's my second non-attack action, so I get an embodiment of lightning. But again, like your go again, it will pop immediately.
Yeah.
So I'll play it. This has go again, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's total
So-
of 4, 5, 6, 7.
So this is 3,
8.
4, 8. But when I attack with this, I deal 1 arcane. But this says whenever a lightning or elemental action card would deal damage this combat chain, it deals that much damage +1. So I'm
So-
actually dealing 2 arcane
2,
to you
okay,
right
so
now.
I go down to 8.
8. And then it's coming in for 8.
8.
And if it hits, it deals 1 extra.
Okay.
Because it's a lightning action. And it has go again. Normal cards, but I have 1 resource floating with Oldhim.
Like you said, just triple block them. 9.
9 block, so no
Yep.
damage happens.
Yep.
So you fully block this.
Yep.
Swing in for a Zither Thorn, you take 2.
Yep, sure.
1, 2.
Cool.
And then you take another 2 unless you block.
Yeah, sure. I have to take them to them.
You're taking another 2?
Yeah.
Go down to 4. Go for my turn.
Cool.
It's gone.
Been getting really lucky with my draws of my
Oh,
lightnings.
hold on, let's double check here.
You get 1.
Arcane once, didn't hit though. So I have 1 embodiment token.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead.
Cool. Pitch for 1. I about 4, 5.
What does it do?
Deals 5. It's not got any fusion because I haven't got any
let me
lightning,
have a
so.
look here real quick. Oh, 4, right?
Yeah.
Right. No blocks.
Cool.
Take 5. Go
Yep.
to 6.
Cool. I'm done.
Alrighty.
Cool.
You ready?
Yeah. So
Bramble Spark. No fusion. So next attack action deals 1
arcane.
arcane.
Yep.
Bramble Spark. Next attack action deals 1 arcane. No fusion. You get an embodiment of lightning, but again, it doesn't matter. Play ball lightning.
Cool.
Whenever a lightning or elemental action card would deal damage, this combat chain it deals that much damage plus 1. So you take 2 from that, and then 2 from that.
Yeah, GG.
GG's.
Yeah, I didn't draw any of my lightning cards, and then in this hand I've got 2 lightning cards. So
I actually thought I'd bricked with this hand because
Uh,
I don't have an attack action other than this.
yeah,
This was useless to me, but it was still good because this actually pumps itself. So 2 instances of arcane damage times 2 is a lot. Like you wouldn't think you would die on 4 just to an attack on attack.
on attack. Yeah,
And then I had another 2 from this.
yeah, and then another
'Cause I
a
had-
ping 2, and then another 2 attack. Yeah.
Yep. So even if this is
I
only
think-
1 each,
I think that misplay at the start with the honing hood really.
Are you doing health as
Yep.
we go? How are we going to know who's on what health?
That.
No.
There.
Oh, does it tell you? Does
Yeah,
it?
we've
You
got-
just keep clicking it to right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up is up, down is down.
Nice.
And we've got a timer on it as well.
Where?
In the middle. And then when we win, we press that and it does everything.
That's a fun thing.
Let me just check audio again.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Right, we've got a face off. Hold him.
Indeed. I am your next victim.
Would you like me to bend over now or later?
I think we both be doing it. I've got Titan's fist. Will it fit?
I don't know, can you fit it in my coat of frost?
Maybe. It's got deep pockets. I've got deep blue. I don't think a waistcoat can hide it.
No.
What's that for?
4 off the top.
Oh, right.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
off the cut. That's one. I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Hey?
Yeah. I can edit this in post, right?
Ah, that's all right. People just want to giggle. Nice, 4 off the top.
I'm happy again. Right, 4 there. Right, roll 2.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, blimey. Right, okay. Go big or go home. Way! I'll go first.
Times that. Best of luck.
You too, dude. Right, spread them over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, right. So I will play Red Emerging Avalanche and pay with it with a yellow one. And then I will Arsenal pass.
Nice.
Leave you with whatever you pull.
Did you
handsome hand?
fuse on that?
Oh, hang on. I could have. Yeah, there we go.
That's fine. Yeah.
Takes your backsies.
Takes you back, sis. Casual like. Right.
Have a frostbite. It's free.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to need to do that. Oh, this is horrible, this is. Horrible. Horrible. Right. Snow Ender.
Yeah.
Pitching for 5.
Yeah.
It goes.
Cool.
Showing you
That's a
Icy
bit
ring.
out of order. It's
Icy
fusing, are
encounter.
you?
Fusing, so it's coming in for 6, and if it hits, create a frostbite yourself. Have one of them.
Yeah. Hang on. I've got to work out if I can play anything. Yeah, I'm just going to take it.
Cool.
Hang on. Let me just work that out before I just say that. Yeah, I'm just going to take it.
There we go. All right, Arsenal pass.
It's going to be a quick game.
Yeah, it's going to be smash you, smash me,
Come to the
smash you,
face.
smash you. That hit, so frostbite.
I'll put one out for you.
Thank you.
Right, cool. So +3 to the next one then, yeah?
Yeah.
So that costs 2. The next tag gets +2 and creates a frostbite token on hit. Okay.
Coming in for +5, yeah.
So 9 dominated with a game was not a red one.
Yeah. Yeah. 9 dominate. Alright.
You'll discard a card on hit.
My choice though, isn't it?
Yes, unfortunately.
Got 5 cards. I've only actually got 3 different cards. So I can defend with 1, and then I can defense react.
Yeah,
but that's
you
not
can.
going to actually do anything.
Yeah, you could pick ice, 3 ice, and I'll put a card from my hand on top of my deck.
It'd be nice if I had ice, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah, it'd be nice if I had ice.
But if you've got it's another 2.
Gotta work out what I is doing. What I is doing. I think I just block 3. Yeah, because I can only do 1. Block 3.
Okie dokie.
Take
So
6.
you are taking 6.
And I discard a card, don't I?
Yeah.
That's fine. No, it's not fine.
Is that going down? Is that going down?
Yeah, it will do. It just takes a second.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know if I've pushed it
Yeah,
too
yeah,
many times.
fine. You're good.
Cool, nice. Okie dokie.
And I'm discarding a card.
Yeah. Have one then.
Yeah.
It's getting icy on this table. Just chucking it about.
Yeah. Throwing it around everywhere. Discard that. That's gone. Put the 6. My turn. Icy encounter.
Yep.
Paying 3 for it. Coming in for 5. Oh, that's gone.
Yeah, so I'll block for 2, I think.
Yeah, take 3.
I think. Yep.
Then create a frostbite.
Ugh, that's kind of balls me up a bit. It's tit for tat on the frostbite.
Yeah. Arsenal pass.
Yeah, that's scraping over a bit. Okay, cool. Let's do that. We'll pitch 5. Thanks for the frostbite.
Oh, nice.
But it's got a flow count on it. That's the main thing. Right, everything costs you 1 more. All right, dude?
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. It's everything in it as well.
Yep.
Can't do that. I think that's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Chill.
Jesus Christ.
Paying 1 for it.
Yep. Right, yeah.
Oh, that leaves me with nothing anyway. Snow Thunder. Paying 4 for it.
Flipping heck.
So I've got 2.
So if this
carrying.
hits, you get 2 frostbite tokens.
And if that hits, you get another one. You're getting 3.
Did you fuse then?
Oh no, I couldn't fuse. That was the yeah. Sorry,
So you
no, I
didn't
confused.
fuse. So it's just 2
Yeah.
from this.
Yeah. It would have been a better turn if I didn't have that in there. I
So-
could have Earthlord as well.
7.
Yes.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Better stop that shenanigans. Gonna be kiss your ass goodbye to Channel Lake Frigid, then, isn't it? Right, cool.
Yeah,
Pass.
Mine only went out once.
I had 2 ice cards in my hand. Just like, yeah, next 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you defended 7 years and nothing.
Yep.
Shame. Is it now? Do I do it now? Yeah, I'm going to do it now. Frostbite.
Yep.
Winter's Bite. So pay 3 or discard a card.
Yep.
I should have done.
I've discarded the card, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, it's one or the other. Well, you get at least you get to see the card potentially again.
Hang on, does it not pay 4? Because I've got this.
No, because his activated ability.
Cards and activate. Oh, I control. I don't
Yeah.
control that. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, correct.
I think it's just do that. Yeah. Entwine Ice, pitching 3, 2 for what it's worth. No fuse, so it's coming for 5.
5.
Yeah.
Block for 3.
Okay.
Take 2.
Yep. Cool. That's not pass.
You good?
Good.
We play Red Burgeoning from Arsenal, so it's coming in for 7. We'll pay 3 for it because of Frostbite.
Okay, okay. That's ironic.
What have we got? 10,000 spoons when you need a fork.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Something in the range of that. Right. So I will. It's got to be one of those 2. It's not like that, is it? So... Big brain play. Big brain play. Right.
Right,
Okay.
that's why I play one card. I don't have to worry about big brain problem.
Yeah. No defense
Okay, go
reactions.
for
Turn asunder, showing you Autumn's touch. So it's
Okay.
blocking for 7.
Looking for 7. Nice. Cool.
And
Okey-dokey.
I will then rejuvenate because I've fused this turn.
That's an action.
It's an instant. So if you
Oh,
fuse,
cool.
you play
Yeah,
at instant
nice.
speed.
Okey-dokey. Brilliant.
Yeah, I had the one left over. I was like, oh, I could do that.
Very nice. Oh dear.
You good?
Yeah.
Winter's Grasp for 6. Carry the 1 for what it's worth.
Winter's Grass for 6. Put me down to 3, won't it? I get in the poop.
Hmm.
Oh. Six.
You have to play an extra 6. But you may play 0 rather than
Taking the 5.
No, not
No,
yet.
still not
Yeah,
yet.
it's
Not
definitely
yet.
going in. Yeah, let's take that 5.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 4. Okay, there's a bit of a difference there, isn't there?
Hoping it's enough.
Righty. Let's play Ice Weave.
Yeah.
Let's play Mulch. So that's coming in for 9. And I've got a pitch. So coming in for 9, it's not fused.
Yeah. If I do that, what does happens? Block 3. Take 6.
Yep, 6.
Thank you very much, Mark.
This is a big tack time.
No, it's really not.
We could have set up with that.
Why set up with that one?
when
I've
I've
got that one.
Oh.
Right, so I've got that. Got to go again.
Yeah.
Pitch 3, coming with Titan's Fist for 3. I've not got a
Yeah.
3 in the pitch zone, so.
Okay.
Frostbite. Where is it?
From what?
That was a
That.
very good game.
Oh, I've not fused, have I?
You didn't fuse. You didn't fuse.
I could have.
Yeah.
Take backsies?
You let me do a takesy backsy, so why not? Okay. 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Block 3.
Okay. So that's over there. That's over there. They're at the bottom. Over to you.
Go on and mess me up a little bit. Can't do that. Coming in for 6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nothing special on there.
Nothing special, unfortunately, no. Kind of frostbite's messing me up a bit. We haven't got an attack action card, have we?
It's a fucking pain to play it.
Place your footsteps then.
Take 6.
Yeah. That's your thing.
That's my thing. Right then. I was just one short. So
Yep.
+3.
Yeah.
Glacial footsteps.
Yeah.
Ice fusion.
Okay, what's that mean?
12 dominate.
That's
Paying for it with 7.
So I need an earth card. That'd be 5. I can't defend it, can I? Not for 11.
12.
12, yeah. So that'll only give me 2. The card will give me 3. No, done. Well done, dude.
Nice one. I'll leave you with that.
Cheers, man. All right, Mehmet, shall we roll? Who goes first?
Yep, let's roll.
3, as usual.
Yep, I'll take the play. I'll go first.
You'll go first.
Yeah.
You're the only person who's gone first after winning the dice roll in like 3 days of pre-release and everything.
No, you always go first.
Good. Yep. Boop. Let's go.
Timer on?
Yes.
Nice. Going first. I'm going first. I'll show you why you go first. Oh, what? Oh.
No, you can also pass. It's okay. I'll allow it.
This is just. This is a travesty.
Good. That's all I like to hear.
It's an absolute travesty. It's an absolute travesty. Okay. Swing for 4. I don't fuse it. That's the plan. Why you go first? Punch some arcane damage in.
On block 5.
Arsenal. Okay, I've got the worst shuffling ever. Here we go.
Okay. Bramble Spark, no fuse.
Yeah.
Heaven's Claws, Lightning Press. 2 resources, 1 arcane. You take the 1 arcane?
Two. The 1 arcane and then 4.
4. You take the 1 arcane? Oh wait, you got a prevention, don't you?
I've got
I
a
forgot.
prevention.
I actually do need to seriously ask you because
Yeah.
of the beautiful legendary.
Does that have the hit effect? Does that do?
There's no on-hit effect here. This is a flavor text card. It's a lightning action though, so it's for fusing. This was not fused, so it didn't give it a buff. It just gave it +1 arcane damage.
Oh, okay.
So the arcane damage pops first, unless you do something about it.
No, I take the arcane damage.
Okay.
Hit this. Does that work?
Oh, I'll do it. There you go. So this one goes minus, this one goes up, but they both change.
Okay, sure.
It's very
Cool.
easy, yeah.
All right, cool. And then I got a block 4.
Yep. And that, you were going to show me why to go first, and you completely bricked your hand. It was hilarious. I'm on the same thought train, though. 100% you go first, innit?
Yeah. No, it is, yeah, because you can do arcane damage. And just
And
punch
then
some,
pass Embodiment of Earth tokens.
punch some damage.
I
in.
always go first, especially with Briar. It's just a lot more value than people think.
Yeah.
So what if you refill your hand? You know what I mean? I do as well.
Block reaction.
No.
People suffering.
So I take 1.
Yeah.
Bloop. And then you're blocking for 5 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Fully blocked. Oh, sorry. I'm not done.
You're not.
Pop this.
Oh.
1 resource left. Attack you for 2 arcane. Yep.
Well,
And then 2 regular as well.
And 2 regular as well.
Awesome. You have blocked. I Arsenal pass. I only have 1 embodiment token.
Three for 2.
There are no blocks.
Take 2.
1, 2.
Arsenal. Pass.
Right, gotcha. I've not read that yet. Yes.
How are we getting go again today? We cannot. Which means we're just doing the old-fashioned way. Okay, hold on. We do this, do that. Plus 1 million. Attack with that. And we can attack with that. Or we can attack with that. Like that? Yeah, either way it's fine. Let's play a red Bramble Spark. I'll fuse it with a Earth Autumn's Touch. Next attack deals +3. And 1 arcane. Yep.
Oh, okay. So 1 arcane.
Yep.
And then +3, so you're coming in for.
Yep. +3. No, this isn't attacking. I'm just showing you this for the fuse.
Oh, you're fusing it.
Yep.
Oh, you fuse it. Okay, so
Yep.
1 arcane. The next
+3.
On the next attack, does 1 arcane and
Yep.
+3.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Then I'll play a Bramble Spark, yellow,
Yeah.
revealing this again.
Yes.
So next one has +5 and 2 arcane.
Yes.
I'm going to take this back now.
Yeah.
I played 2 non-attack actions.
Yeah. So you get a lightning token.
Yes.
First
However,
time I've seen that.
I'm not sure if I want to...
Pop it and give it go again.
The thing is, I've got a very interesting hand. I'm not sure how greedy it is.
Very greedy because you didn't block at all.
I mean, it was 2 damage, to be fair.
That is true.
I think I'm wasting my go again token, unfortunately. But
That's
I think
okay.
it's the
I
right
don't
thing
mind.
to do.
I don't mind. You can waste it.
Yeah, I think it's the... I mean, you won't like it because it's the better move. I'll play a Ball Lightning. So it's
Okay.
dealing 1+1, 1+1. That's 4 arcane damage on attack.
Yeah.
And it's coming in for 8. And
And
it
the-
will deal 1 extra.
It
if
does
it's
1, and if that 1 does, it
Damage, yeah.
hits. Yeah. So what I could do,
Just block 1.
I
Or block
could,
2 total.
I could, I could use this.
Yes, you could. Oh, this is popped. Unfortunately, double go again. I had an option to play an attack that didn't have go again to give it go again,
that
but
wouldn't
this
do
damage is
anything.
it's too juicy to pass, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because if I block this one, but then I take the 2, and then this is swinging in for
No,
8.
+1.
If it hits,
It
isn't
goes
it a hit
+1,
trigger?
yeah.
If it is, isn't it? If it hits, it does an extra 1.
If it deals damage. If it said it hits, then this wouldn't
Oh,
buff.
if
But
it does
because it
the
deals
damage,
yeah.
then yeah.
So this is buffed, and this itself is triple.
Oh, it's buffed already. So this, yeah, okay. And then you've got resources, none.
I haven't used any resources.
Oh,
I have
okay.
0 resources. I have 1 card in hand.
2 cards.
2 card in hand because I'm a bit dumb at maths, but I have
Yeah.
2 cards left.
Okay. So what I'll do is
Well, you want to resolve the arcane damage first because
Yeah.
that happens first.
yeah. So resolve the arcane damage first. I'm not sure. Is that a good move? I don't know what I'm trying to pull.
See, this is the interesting bit where
Because otherwise,
prevent
I'm
the
taking,
next 1
I'm
damage
taking
that would be dealt.
4, and then I'm taking a load of damage from
Yeah.
here.
No, you're taking 2 and 2.
2 and 2, and then but then this is 9.
9. Well, 8 unless you fully block it.
Yeah.
Then it's 9. It's interesting with the damage, dealing damage and then preventing damage. So, am I still dealing 2 damage? Am I still dealing you the damage if you're preventing it?
No, because it's this 1 arcane damage. If I prevent it, you haven't done any damage.
But I've still dealt the damage just because you've prevented it.
No, you only deal damage if it's actually dealt.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a big discussion in a pre-release I went on Sunday where they were like, what is the difference? We got hit, deal damage, block damage, and then we got prevent damage as well. Like it was a like
If damage is prevented, no damage is dealt.
I take
Yeah.
the arcane damage. So
Whoa.
1, yeah,
okay, so you're taking 2
1,
and then 2 again.
1, 2.
Yep.
I was on 17, so I go to 13.
Yep, and I get 4 embodiment tokens because they're all separate instances, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's amazing.
And then you're still taking 8 right now, unless you fully block
I
it.
block 6. Take another 2.
I'm
Oh,
doing 8 minus 6, 2 plus 1 from this, so you're taking 3.
I'm taking 3.
So 13 minus 3, go down to 10. I get another 2 embodiment tokens.
Why 2?
I've never got to. So 1 from the regular damage and 1 from the plus 1.
1.
This has go again.
Interesting to see what happens.
I mean, I can't believe you didn't fully block that.
If this deals,
Damage.
you must.
What?
Whenever lightning or elemental attack card deals damage this combat chain, instead it deals that much damage plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it doesn't do separate. It doesn't do it separate.
You know,
It's not a separate.
it's plus, isn't it? So it deals damage and then it does plus 1. It
It
so
deals
you're
that
thinking
much
of-
damage
no,
plus 1.
No. So you're thinking about
It's
so
not a
the
separate
attacks
attack.
that say
Yeah.
the next gets plus 2.
Yeah.
So that's not a separate instance because it's modifying my attack.
Yes.
But this isn't modifying my attack. This is dealing more damage.
If it deals damage, it deals that much damage
Yeah.
plus 1.
Yeah, no, but the extra plus is not tacked onto this as an extra instance.
No, but it's not dealing it separate times. It's one hit.
But
Isn't
no,
it?
but it is separate. Otherwise, these won't generate me 2 every time.
No,
So this deals damage, it gives me another one. This deals damage, it does another damage. This deals damage, it does another damage. It's the same heuristic. Just because this is an attack card doesn't change the fact that it's a separate instance of damage.
Okay.
I think I've been through this. I haven't, but people have been through this many times at pre-release, and I think that's correct. I mean, we can check comprehensive rules, but I feel like that's what they did there. And as I was watching, that's how it resolved. I'm willing to be wrong, and I'm willing to go to the rule book, but I'm almost 90% certain that's how it works. It is still a new set, but because if that's not how it works, I only have 3 embodiment tokens because it deals with everything the same.
Is it?
Because it deals arcane, and then it does 1 extra arcane.
Oh, the next action you do this turn when the attack hits, deal 1 damage to that target. Do 1 arcane damage to that target.
So the 2 arcanes don't stack. There's 2 separate arcane damages.
Deal that much damage plus 1 if it deals damage.
Yeah. So this
Because
deals
I
damage.
think to me it sounds like it's one source.
But it
It's
deals
not,
damage, right?
It's not separate instances.
But the check happens on damage, right? So I deal damage.
No, but you
I've
haven't
dealt-
dealt the damage. It says if you are going to deal damage, deal that much damage plus 1. So you haven't done the damage yet. But if you're about to do the damage, and the person's going to take damage, they take.
See,
an
that's
extra
the
damage.
discussion, isn't it? Because otherwise it would say hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's
confusing.
not. If it says whenever you deal damage, do an extra damage.
I mean, I agree with
then
you.
you've
Like,
done the damage.
if you
But this
think
is
about
saying
it,
deal
that's
that
what it
damage
sounds
plus
like.
1. So it is one source. It's not a separate source.
But it's a separate instance. It's the same source. But it's dealing a
That's what
separate
I'm saying.
instance
It's
of
not a
damage.
separate instance.
Well,
It's the
these are
same.
separate instances, right?
What I'm saying
Just
is
because this is regular damage, not arcane damage, doesn't mean it's not separate instance, right?
no, that's true. Basically,
And even though these are both arcane damages, right?
the way I'm reading it, you wouldn't have 6. You would have 3.
Yeah.
You would have 3.
So these wouldn't deal. I mean, we can check with somebody if you like, because I'm not 100%, but I am 90, which is a fair amount.
Oh yeah, okay. Call Mark, and Mark would make a ruling.
Okay. This says go again. I'm going to. You got 2 cards in hand?
Yes.
Oh, I've messed up. It actually didn't matter which way I played that, but that's okay. Or actually, I could have played that later. I think I'm still going to do this. You're on 10, right? I can't threaten lethal, though. It deals 7. You go down to 3. That's not lethal.
So it's like after Oldhim, you already played 1 plus Mr. Aria, so it's like will so you need to block, for example, 4 to this attack. Yeah?
No, I think we.
Goes with the
2 and
for example 3.
I'm gonna prop Crackerjacks.
If all
Plus 1.
individual, you know,
Then I'm gonna play Rites of Replenishment,
it's not hard
pitching Autumn's Touch.
because you need to block.
This just has go again on it. I don't need to do
But it says this combat chain.
Yep.
So if you play this, the combat chain breaks.
Oh, well, then there's no point. This is an action, not an instant. You're right. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just do this
So
because it's the same
basically,
effect.
to maintain the combat chain, you have to carry
Yeah,
on
yeah.
attacking.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is it?
'Cause some of them say instant, some of them say action. That's why. This is obviously an action.
You didn't fuse it.
Doesn't matter.
Just
No,
coming in.
I have no. Yeah, it's just coming in for 6. I have dealt arcane damage, so I can put a non-attack action on the bottom of my deck.
Yes.
I'm going to play this Sting of Sorcery. I'm going to put it on the bottom of my deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Just no. It says non-attack action card. Yeah. Yeah. This card says a non-attack action. I'm going to put it on the bottom of my deck. It's coming in for 6. If it deals damage, it deals +1.
I think.
That's interesting though.
What?
That because so I was initially like you. I was convinced that that's one source, right? One source.
Yeah.
They were like, no, this counts as an extra.
I think they were just playing it wrong. It's people interpret.
But the thing is, it wasn't just once. It was like 2 separate instances. People were like, no, that's how it works. I was like, okay. But it's interesting to know because I want to know next time, like at a proper competitive event, what the ruling is.
By then, though, you should have the release notes, so you can you'll read.
Yeah,
you can
it's
read
surprising we don't
on the
have
cards.
release notes
No.
on release.
I think they might do what it is. They might wait for people to play and ask questions,
Yeah.
and then they have a better understanding
yeah.
of what to
Feels
put on
fine,
there. I'm pretty sure if I take the 6, I'm probably going to die pretty quickly because you just keep your hand. I can't do things. I think this turn should have been a defensive turn when you had them. I should have used this.
It was surprising that you didn't use it.
Stop that damage, and then stopped all of this damage, and then blocked, and then had
But
a hand where I blocked out.
But that was 2 cards for 2 damage. So I would have fully blocked this to prevent it instead. And then whatever follows, right? I don't mind if you go back and fully
whenever
block
a
this.
lightning or elemental action card deals damage, this chain link instead it deals damage, but it applies to anything that comes after it.
But you don't know what was coming after, so it was best to fully block the thing that you can't fully block. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't mind if you go back and fully block this, but because we haven't moved on too much. But...
It's okay. I think.
I am completely out of cards. Oh, bye, Dimitri.
See you, Dimitri.
Would have been nice to have 4 rounds today since we have 10 people, but that's okay.
It's just 3 rounds, isn't it?
This is the 3rd round.
Okay. Take 3, take 4.
Yeah, 7. So yeah. Go down to 6. I get another embodiment token, not 2. Right.
Yeah.
And I pass. Let's see what your 2 card hand does.
Nothing.
Wait, I didn't put a armor in there, did I? No. You fuse it?
Nope. Just coming in for 3.
I prefer it to be, get nothing from both of
No blocks, my friend.
Take it.
3, yeah? 1, 2, 3. You have an embodiment token. I feel like you forgot. Did you damage me the turn before?
Yeah, but this is non-attack action cards. The
defense.
The
yeah,
defense
okay.
is for
It's just because you didn't
cards.
put on your embodiment, I think. So I was
you?
thought maybe we misplayed a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because every time I've had lots of embodiments, it's felt a bit wasted because I just don't bother blocking. Anyway, let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be another nice turn. Bramble Spark.
Yeah.
No fuse though. Bramble Spark.
Yeah.
That's 2 arcane damage. Then I'm gonna. That gives me a quicken token. Then I'm gonna attack with a singeing steel blade. Pitching blink. I've got 2 resources left. I'm dealing 3 separate instances of arcane damage. Do you want to block any of it?
Yep.
Oh, no, my dice!
Use this over here.
Yep. So you pitch, get rid of your arsenal, draw a card, and you prevent 1 arcane damage.
Yeah.
Can you do it again? No, you can't. You need an
Once a
arsenal.
turn.
Yeah. Oh, and it's once a turn. Never mind. So you take 2 arcane damage.
Yeah.
Gives me 2 embodiment tokens. Then I'm also coming in with 2 damage with Gurgen.
You do 1 arcane damage as well.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You blocked 1, so you took 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yep.
sorry. Cool. So he's covered. He's got 2 damage and he's got to go again.
Yes. Were you on 6 and you went down to 4? Oops, got it. Got it. There we go. Find my dice.
What for 2?
Okay.
Yeah, 2 and 2.
Yes. So you take 2. And then it's another 2 unless you block it. Okay. Pass. Swing for 2.
Swing for 2.
No blocks. You ready?
Yep.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
An Earth Law Surge. Pitching a Singeing Steel Blade. 1 resource floating. Then I'll play a Autumn's Touch. Pitching a Blink. 1 resource floating. Going in for a 12.
You come in for 12. Block 6. Reactions.
I have no cards.
Resources.
1.
Oh, that doesn't have go again. That doesn't.
Nope.
Okay.
4 and 2, that's 6. Plus 6 is 12. This is 12. So you fully block, and I take 2. 1, 2. Nice. No. This is discard. This is speech.
My turn. I draw.
Yep. My turn, right? Sorry.
Yeah, I drew. In your turn.
Bramblespark?
Yeah.
And I'll attack you with. Arcanic Shockwave. No fuse. So it's coming in for 1 arcane.
Yeah.
Do you take the 1 arcane?
And then how much?
4.
And then 4.
There's been no fusion here, sadly.
Oh, you didn't fuse. Okay.
I didn't
so,
fuse either of them. No.
Okay.
But you,
So
the
I
1
shall-
arcane, and then 4 total. I kind of didn't draw an amazing hand.
I use this.
Yep.
Put this underneath.
Yep. Draw a card. Prevent
Draw
the
a
1
card.
arcane.
Draw a card. Prevent the 1 arcane.
Yep.
And then you're coming in for 4.
Yep.
I think I was just like,
I shall block the 4.
Okay. Fully blocked.
like all my turns lined up.
My turn?
All my big turns lined up, and then he's been giving me frostbite. Like,
Sorry, I'm
making
not
me
the pass.
card, and I'm like,
Yes.
really?
If I could have got 2 blue.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just picked all the cards up without.
2.
Go ahead.
What's the.
Swinging for 3.
Any on hit effects? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Just swinging in for 3.
Yeah. With.
Oh, I could have played that differently.
Which would make it break 4. But I had to. I didn't have to break.
You take 1 arcane.
This is just a dead card.
Oh, yeah. Go down to 1.
Yeah.
And
You
I
block.
block 2, take 1.
Yep. Over to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, that wouldn't have counted anyway. First, we'll play a Entwine Lightning, fusing it with Shock Striker to give it a go again. Coming in for 4.
Time on the round, guys.
If I did my 1 pack called for the brush fellow.
These guys are on a different timer.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they've got an individualized thing.
That's okay.
Block.
It's shining red. I don't know what.
Block for 4.
You block it fully? Okay. Did you Arsenal last turn as well?
Yeah.
So you're on 1, right?
Yep.
This is interesting
You need to
because
do 2 arcane damage.
yeah, well,
you
yeah, because you can
go
block
again?
1, can't you?
A non-attack action card that has go again. And then
Unfortunately, my draws have not been quite as good as I'd like them to be. However, I think with only 2 cards in hand, I can probably you deal 1, you block the 1. Yeah, it's just Shock Striker for 5. I'm gonna pitch Arcanic Shockwave, leaving up 1.
Block 6.
Block 6. Fully blocked. Yep. That card. It's your turn.
My turn, I draw. Pass.
Alright. Ooh, there we go.
You done it?
I think so. I mean, it should be hard for you to block this. I pitch a... Well, let's attack with ball lightning first. Fully blocked. I'll pitch. Well, I'll attack with Wheel of Flash. Pitching this. Fusing with. It is lightning, right? Oh, thank gosh. With an Electrify.
Yeah. Okay. Block 3.
You have 1, so you're dying at the moment. Okay, go to reactions, I guess.
Yeah, you have the first reaction.
Nope.
I'll use this. This on the bottom. Draw a card, prevent the next 1 damage.
Okay. I'll play a Weaver. It was fused, so it gains +4
Yeah.
as an instant. And I have go again. GG's?
Good thing.
That was difficult.
Isn't Weaver for next attack?
Yeah. Next Earth or Elemental attack action card you play this turn. But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they all work
so
like that.
It wouldn't be this one. It'll be the next. It'll be the next one.
Yeah. It is an instant because I'm paying it as an instant.
It's an instant, but it does the next attack. action card.
But it's on the stack, right?
Yeah,
it's
but
on the stack.
this is
So
already
this
in play.
resolves first.
That resolves, but this is already in play.
But this is also on the stack, no?
No, this is played.
Again, that's been played very differently.
No. The only way you could do it before I defended.
Yeah, you have to do it.
That's when you had to do it. So you play
because
this,
it's not resolved yet.
Yeah, you play this. It's on
That's
the
fine.
chain, and then that's when you'll do it.
But
And then he just plays that for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, though,
I mean,
you play it and it has go against, it refreshes your action point.
I mean, either way, I can swing again. I've got resources
So
left.
you just basically.
But I want to
split it.
make sure
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
if you do that, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work if
On
they're
this one.
defended. You have to do it while this is on the stack. So is it the?
This one also
the
prevents
next
arcane only?
any damage.
Ah, okay.
Earth or elemental attack action card you play.
You've got lethal anyway on board.
Yeah, I know, but like the ruling's
wants to
actually
know how
really
it
important,
plays.
right? The ruling's really important here. Like, because if you can't, people have played this many times with Briar, like giving it go again and pumping whatever that was. So, what if it was Bramble Sparks? Would it deal 1 arcane?
If it says the next attack.
It always says the next attack.
But then it won't work.
The next action card you play.
What about this? Oh, hold on, yeah, because this has to you play this and you fuse it.
Yeah.
So it's in play.
Yeah.
So
Unless it said the next attack to hit, that's different. Next attack to hit.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I mean, GG's either way. Because okay, you block there. Swap.
You swing
Attack with
that.
Rosetta Thorn. You can't block the 2 arcane. But GG's. Yeah, that's.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the events from today and the rounds that we had and the pack one pick ones and some of the people's opinions on some of the cards for the set. Now, I thought I'd round out today's content with a run through of the deck I pulled. Now, it did only go 1 and 2 on the day, and the only winner is caught on camera, so that was a good one for me. And apologies to Barrie for that loss. I think it was just a tough game out. Now, you would have hopefully seen some of those bits in that game, but there's some nice cards in here. So I ended up going with Oldhim mainly because there was, I'll pop that up there, mainly because there was a lot of cards being passed around that I just couldn't afford to lose. I started off drafting some element cards, so I started off in ice, and then quite quickly it was clear that Guardian was being left in my end of the table. So we've got Oldhim, we've got Titan's Fist. Unfortunately, the only piece of equipment that I was able to pick up was Coat of Frost. Now, hopefully I would have got a bit more, but being the fact that there's not much equipment that blocks and some of their abilities in the set, I kind of sort of held out for some of the cards that would do a bit more damage, hopefully to build those up. Now, I did pass on a buckler, which would have come in handy in several of the games. That's just the way of it. So you will have seen very first off, the pull on the stream was the Pulse of Eisenloft. So that was nice and majestic to start off the day with. And again, at that point, Ice Earth, you probably are going to go into Oldhim. So I think I gave the signal away with that one quite quickly. So now we have a few Earth actions, not many in there, mainly because of the defense reaction, but also it was a lot of what was left. I was hoping going to get mainly an Ice build. So we have got one copy of Autumn's Touch in blue, Earthlorn Surge in blue, 3 So Tomorrows, 2 blues and 1 yellow. So a lot of these were picked up for blue for pitch value as we went through, so that you'll see some of the Guardian cards were yellow and red. So I wanted to really be able to punch home some of those higher cost cards in the deck. Next up, we do have our ice cards. So we have got an Icy Encounter, quite a nice, I say 2 cost, 5 hit, and obviously Frostbite being one of the things. Now there is 2 copies of yellow Chilled to the Bone, creating 2 Frostbites on hit for ice or an elemental attack, which was quite nice. And I did threaten with that in one game, and I played both of them on one turn. Now we've got 2 copies of Winter's Bite, 1 in blue and 1 in red. So it's forcing people to strip cards from their own hand. 2 copies of Polar Blast. So we have got 1 yellow, 1 blue. Again, making people pay for the effects that I'm going to be gaining. Single copy of Winter's Grasp, which was quite nice. It is in red, so it is a 2 cost for 6. And there is no other effects for it, but it was just a nice card to round out the deck, and it did come off a couple of times. Now, rounding out our ice, I did pick up the Amulet of Ice. I only managed to get it off in one game, so I did find that Fusion was quite difficult with those high-cost Guardian cards that will be coming up, and some of the high-cost Ice ones in. But when it did trigger, it was quite useful and kept me alive in a game that, unfortunately, I did lose out on. Now, we've got the Elemental cards. So we'll get those. But not many of these. I wanted to try and focus on getting the Fusion from the Ice, but there are a couple in there. We've got a single Yellow Invigorate, pumping up an attack. A Rejuvenate in blue and in yellow, gaining those that health on there. The only benefit that I really want, I picked up the blue because I wanted that extra resource cost. Now we've got 3 copies of Entwine Ice, 1 in each colour. So again, getting that ice infusion off there. So hopefully being able to use the ice cards that we've already seen. Now there are only 2 pure Guardian cards, one of which is a rare. The first one being Thump, which is quite nice if you've got some stuff to give it a buff, to give that Dominate, and it was a 6. So it is going to come in for quite heavy on there. Now you will see that when we get through some of the Guardian cards, I picked up quite a few Aureas, and the reason that we don't have a Buckler is because I picked up Embolden. Problem with that being is I only managed to get it off once, so probably in a constructed format might be a little bit better, but in the sealed draft it was a bit tough to pull off. Okay, so that runs out our Guardian cards. Next up we have our Elemental Guardians. So we've got a single copy of Entangle, which is quite nice for 3 costs for 5. 2 copies of Sequoia, Strength of Sequoia, which creates the auras, again leading into the Embolden. 2 defense reactions in turn Timber, which is quite nice to have those big strong defense reactions there. 3 copies of Emerging Avalanche, 1 in each colour, again building those auras up for that Embolden. Now a card that I think is quite good for this build, and I was quite happy to get hold of, was 4 copies of Snow Under, 2 blue, 1 yellow, 1 red. So they're quite nice. Even the blue for swinging 3 for 5 on an ice fusion is quite nice, because it gives it that, if it hits, create a frostbite. So that's quite nice there. And then I rounded that out with actually 4 copies of Glacial Footsteps. Now there was a couple running round, one of which I did take for to pump up the actual resource cost in the deck, and also give that better chance to be able to circle through and keep hold of one for when I've got that ice card to fuse with, and paying off the 2 for there. Now finally, and this was quite nice, and this was my pack 2, and it fitted into the deck lovely, and it worked. a treat when I was able to use it, but is the alternate art foil Channel Lake Frigid. So that was a fantastic pull for that, and we had the legendary pulled at the table for the crown, the Earth Crown, but people were more enthralled by the Alt Art Lake Frigid. So really happy with that pull. Lovely box that we got for the event, and also some really nice games that was had. There was a lot of learning going on today, and you may get that in some of the games that went on with some of the bits and pieces that we've been discussing. So thank you for joining us on this event. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the content that we've put out. Obviously, there'll be more coming from us down here at Manascrew and other events as well. Take care, and we'll see you soon.